newest Reno series from Oppo has finally released. Reno 9 is the entry-level model, whereas Reno 9 Pro and the Reno 9 Pro Plus are the high-end variants. As the first instance of the third Reno series model from Oppo, the top model is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. There's currently no word on when these phones will be released in all other parts of the world, but we expect to see at least two of them in the next months. Here's a comprehensive guide to the Reno Pro and the Pro Plus. Before we begin, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get right into it. Oppo's Reno series has only ever reached the higher end of the mid-range, but the Reno 9 Pro Plus seems to be an attempt to break into the premium market. The most notable feature is the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, a flagship chipset that came out before the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 was released. The Adreno 730 GPU is included with the chip, which is also top of the line and offers amazing performance on all mobile games. The 6.7-inch Full HD Plus display has 120Hz refresh rate and a 240Hz touch sampling rate. The display can also go up to 950 nits on peak brightness, which means using the device under the sun won't be an issue. There's a 50-megapixel primary camera with optical image stabilization, an 8-megapixel ultrawide, and a 2-megapixel macro lens located on the device's back for photography. The main camera can record 4K footage at 30 FPS, but you can also record in 60 and 120 FPS if you're okay with a 1080p resolution. There's a 32-megapixel camera up front that can autofocus for those all-important selfies. The 4700 mAh battery is unique in that it consists of two 2350 mAh 18.28 watt-hour cells, each of which can be rapidly charged to full capacity at 80 watts. The Reno Pro Plus can also be used as a reverse charger because of its ample battery capacity. Reno 9 Pro Plus users will be greeted with ColorOS 13, which is based on Android 13. There are three colors available so far, which are brown, teal, and black. Talking about storage, the Oppo Reno Pro comes with an incredibly fast UFC 3.1 storage, while the 16GB plus 256GB and 16GB plus 512GB options are both available for purchase. The 512GB option is the preferable choice due to the lack of a memory card slot on the Oppo Reno Pro Plus. Talking about the Reno Pro, the main visual difference between the Oppo Reno 9 Pro and the Pro Plus is the absence of one of the dual rear cameras. The Mali G610 MC6 GPU is coupled with MediaTek's almost flagship Dimensity 8100 Max processor. The 6.7-inch Full High Definition Plus AMOLED screen can reach 950 nits of brightness and can refresh at 120 frames per second. The screen itself is protected by Gorilla Glass 5, and the touch input is sampled at 240 Hz. There's a 50-megapixel primary camera, but it doesn't support optical image stabilization, and an 8-megapixel ultrawide located on the back of the phone for taking photographs. The video resolution is amazing. You can record up to 4K resolution with 30 frames per second, but you can go up to 120 frames per second provided that you stick to the 1080p resolution. There's also a 32-megapixel front camera that can take some very vibrant and detailed selfies and gives you the option of HDR and panorama shots as well. The battery can be charged at a maximum of 67 watts and has a capacity of 4500 milliamps. When it comes to software, the Reno 9 Pro loads ColorOS 13, which is based on Android 13. This phone, like the previous two versions in this series, has a fingerprint reader embedded in the display. Talking about storage, the Oppo Reno Pro comes with an incredibly fast UFC 3.1 storage, and both 16GB plus 256GB and 16GB plus 512GB configurations are available for purchase. But since this phone has no slot for a memory card, you're probably better off with the 512GB option. If we talk about aesthetics, there are three colors available: brown, pink, and black. So which of these phones would you rather buy? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more. We hope to meet you guys again in the next one. Till then, peace out.